6:30.
こんにちは。
Hi. We met as usual right after class.
ゆうたさん、今日は終わった後、ちょっと付き合ってもらいたいところがあるのですが。
Where?
ブティックです。
The boutique. Oh, you decided to buy a swimsuit?
ええ。
Have you already decided on what kind?
そうですね。決めたことは決めたのですが。
A two-piece bikini with frills. Never mind. Yorihime's cheeks blushed. What kind?
友達が言うには、私はぜひともセパレートにした方がいいと。
Aha.
今なんか納得しました？
Well, basically. Well, they probably said it like this. Should I say it? No, I won't. You have such a good body, so you should definitely wear a bikini, right?
独身術？
I was just assuming.
実はそうなんです。そんな風に言われて。まあ言われたからとその気になってしまう私も私ですが。
I think it's good, right? It'll probably be superb on you.
どうでしょうか。
I blurted that out, and Yorihime wouldn't beat red. She's so pure and wholesome. She's so pure and wholesome usually, but once her clothes are off, hang on. I love that sexy gap. Hang on. I could envision it so clearly. I may as well have already seen her in a bikini. Hang on. Well, I would be able to see the real thing in a few days, so I wouldn't need to imagine anymore.
ともあれ、学校指定の水着で海水浴場に行く方が少ないとのことでした。
Yeah.
であれば、なるべく可愛いのを買いたいですね。
So the frills aren't off the table. And not a... I was getting so excited. We finished up our donation collection at the usual time. Compared to when we started, the sun was setting way later. Because it's summer. We didn't rake in a fortune, but I felt like we didn't need to worry much anymore. We had money in the box, so we went home first.
すみません。なんだかとんぼ帰りで。
Why? It wasn't like I was trying to be nice. I just honestly didn't think anything. Of course, that was because there wasn't a dull moment with her. Okay, I'll be waiting here.
そうですか？
I doubt I can be of much help choosing a bikini.
それもそうでした。じゃあ本当に面倒でしたね。ごめんなさい。
No, I'm just saying he'll get too horny thinking about the swimsuits you're wearing, the bikini you're wearing. No, that's not it at all.
ではちょっと待っていてください。買ってきますので。
Take your time. After a little bit, Yorihime came out with an odd look on her face. What's wrong? No good ones?
デザインはとても気に入ったのがあったのですが、サイズが。
If it's too big, that's a big compliment. If it's too small, don't feel too bad. The size?
一番大きいのでも
Uh-oh.
若干小さいみたいで。
It depends on which part is too small. You know, maybe her ass is fat, right, and she can't fit in the bikini, or maybe her tits are big. They definitely are, and it isn't fitting in the bikini. It was too small. Oh.
ゆうたさん、どこ見てるんですか?
Nowhere. Nothing. So.
一つ大きいのが本当はあるそうなのですが、ちょうど品切れになっているんです。品切れというか、元からお店に置く予定もなかったそうなのですが。
I see. They really don't want to use store space for a size that probably wouldn't sell.
どこ見てるんですか?
Nowhere. Nothing.
まあ、ゆうたさんたら。
It's fucking. Listen, Yorkie, man. It's pretty fucking obvious why they don't have anything in your size. But they did in Karen's, so I don't know. I was caught red-handed this time. I tried to laugh it off. He didn't seem mad, so I was relieved.
本当はウエストが太いからという話なのですけどね。
So her ass is fat. That's the problem. It's a bikini, so I doubt your waist can be too big. Yep, she was joking. So, what are you gonna do?
取り寄せは可能とのことなのですが、結構時間がかかるそうで。ちょっと迷っているんです。サイズのことは我慢するか、違うのを買ってしまうか、それとも明日荒良木駅まで出向くか。
Also, I misspoke when they said Araragi Station because I said Shrine instead. That was a while ago. It probably was a different episode. Oops. If you can't tell, I'm recording this all in one take. In one go. Because I love my backlogs. What can I say? It lets me keep up with it lets me have a decent sleep schedule, okay? Let's just, look, like, it's not like I'm trying to hide the fact that I am recording these things back to back. It just, it's not really relevant. But I fumbled a bit when I said Araragi Shrine instead of Station because of fucking Karen. When I said Araragi Shrine so many times that it was ingrained in me a bit.
ただ平日は時間もないですし、気に入るのが見つかるとも限りませんし。
Like, okay, maybe I was a bit confused as to why they would go to the shrine, but I didn't really think about it past that point. Oops. Yorihime seemed intent on making a decision here. I went in with her, and we looked at one that barely seemed to fit. And what's with this? A leopard print? Hang on. Wait, what's with this? Or what's this one? Yeah. We both knew immediately that it wouldn't work on her. Fuck. We're such a dynamic bust size. Most of the designs are kind of gaudy like this. What kind of logic was that?
Dynamite?
In the end, with my input as well, she bought the one she was happiest with. She tried it on and said she barely fit in. Fit what in? So that was all good.
サイズのことはほんの少し残念ですが、でもデザインはとても気に入ったんです。いい買い物ができました。
She clutched the shopping bag into her chest and smiled with satisfied relief. I didn't actually see the design, so I could still only imagine what it was. I couldn't wait to see on the day. You mean tomorrow? Because tomorrow would be July 1st, which means beach season. 7, 6. Oh, it's been 6 days. The eagerly awaited Saturday was finally here. Oh. But they are working, right? But they're just not working in their bikinis. In their swimsuits, like you'd have thought. Once class was over at noon, we left school behind in a flash.
海開きになった途端、海が賑やかになりましたね。
Or maybe they haven't started working yet. Totally. We could hear playful voices all the way up from the road. Yorihime loved the cheery atmosphere, and she observed the beach joyfully.
もう私は泳ぎたくてうずうずしていましたよ。
She clenched her fist in cute anticipation.
私、海で泳ぐのは初めてなんですよね。
Oh, really? Oh, really? Is that because you're a princess? Yorihime nodded.
池で沐浴くらいですね。似たようなことでしたことがあるのは。
Yeah, we all know what happened last time you did that. When you... yeah. Bathing. Ah. When we first met, reunited rather, here, she had told me that, was what she was doing when we met her in her world. When we met in her world, home world. That's what you were doing when we first met, right?
その通りです。結局、あれが最後の沐浴になってしまいましたが。
Okay, so I wasn't wrong in assuming that would definitely have been the last time she would have bathed in that lake. Especially since, yeah, her shawl, you know, she chuckled a bit reluctantly. It wasn't exactly praiseworthy to be sneaking out of the castle, not to mention almost losing her shawl on top of that. That was probably why she didn't do it again.
この羽衣は命よりも大事と言っても過言ではありませんからね。
Well, yeah, because without it, you're just a normal girl. She stroked her shawl with gentle appreciation. I suppose that was why she always had it draped over her back. It's not draped over her back.
あ、そういえば着替えってどうするんでしょうか。
There's a changing room, but since our houses are so close, we can just wear our suits under our clothes.
ではそうしますね。家の方が落ち着くので。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's meet in about 30 minutes.
Hi.
Okay, I guess that does it. I had shorts, so I was ready in a second. After getting my beach blanket, I was about done with prep. Oh boy. What's wrong? I noticed Yorihime looked a little uncomfortable as soon as she came down.
いえ、
Oh, it's hot. The beach is close, so don't worry.
はい、そうですね。
I cannot wait to see her in a fucking swimsuit. Surely it'll be a CG, unlike fucking Karen's. Especially because it has been a while since we've had a CG. I keep saying swimsuit. She's wearing a bikini. He's wearing briefs. What's that? Oh, a towel. She had a basket in her hand. I saw a towel and a water bottle inside. I thought a beach blanket alone would be enough, but towels were necessary too, I guess. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna get one too.
2枚持ってきましたので。
What? Mine too? You didn't need to.
いいえ、そんなことは。
She just knew. Okay, I'll go ahead and use it. I felt like we had a similar exchange when she lent me her handkerchief. This is wife material, Lebra. I don't know what to tell you. She giggled as if she just remembered the same instance.
本当はお弁当も用意しようと思ったのですが、ちょっと時間もなかったので。
Oh, yeah. We haven't eaten yet, huh? I'm so obsessed with going to the beach, I'd forgotten one of my body's most vital functions. Okay, how about we go get some yakisoba at a beach shack?
海の家で焼きそば。楽しみです。
We're here. It had actually been a week since swimming season started, so I had been seeing the action out of my peripheral vision on my way to school. I had fun contemplating my time frolicking in the beach. We rented a beach umbrella and found a good spot to set it up before buying our yakisoba from a shop. Slurp. Yep. Terrible as expected. That's the point, though. Well, I guess the cheap taste gives it that authentic beach restaurant feel. Plus the sand all over it.
意外に美味しいですよ。ああいうのが海の家というものなんですね。
He looked at the line of shops on the beach and squinted from the sun. I checked when we bought the noodles, but there were no girls in bikinis serving food. Obviously, I guess.
独特な雰囲気があります。なんだか楽しいですね。
Okay, so they haven't started working yet. I don't know why I was still like, did they work or did they not work? Because it was probably obvious. It was pretty obvious. Yorihime was the kind of person who could find enjoyment in most things. It was a wonderful trait. If I could date such a lively girl, not to mention a gorgeous beauty, man, how awesome would that be? You are literally her fiancé. She is your fiancé, you are her fiancé. Like...
どうかしました?
No, nothing. I suddenly became bashful for some reason, so I huddled over my noodles and slept away. Okay, how about a swim? Well, yeah, he's been putting off showing you. I stood up to take my clothes off. Is this a little embarrassing? I turned my back to her, at least. Yorihime seemed to entertain the same thought. Tell me when you're undressed. I was extremely conscious of the rustling sound of her clothes. I can't let my mind wander. Not in broad daylight like this. And the fact that my whole body felt like it was on fire wasn't just due to the sun.
いいですよ。
Seeing her in a swimsuit for the first time was no joke. I sent a bolt of lightning through my body. Holy. It was the only word I could think of.
ゆうたさん、目が。
He's just staring directly, like head tilted down, staring directly at the tits. Oh. I knew exactly what she wanted to say, but I couldn't peel my eyes off her tits. Her ass. Her shawl? Yeah, let's go with that. Yorihime was squirming, almost as if she was enduring the cold. Sorry. I did my best to compose myself and looked away.
そうそう、ゆうたさん。
I was still looking off to the side.
食べた後すぐに泳ぐのは良くないです。ちょっと休憩してからにしましょう。
Okay.
よいしょっ
Fuck yes.
寝てしまいます。
I was waiting for it. Thank God there's a CG for hers. Whether or not I can use it as a thumbnail could be fine. It's not panties, you know, it's a bikini. It's better. Also, I didn't comment on it because it's not as, not the size of her tits, but there are frills on her bikini bottom. Yeah, sure. I didn't need to. I was looking at the bra as well, right? But it's not as big, as long. If we were just gonna rest after lunch, there was no need to lay down. This is probably because I gave her such a domineering look just now. So maybe she wanted to lay down to try and dissuade my hungry gaze. I don't think this is going to dissuade it. But boom! He's not hiding anything. Perhaps due to her positioning, or just pure gravity, but her cleavage stood out way more. Yorihime is a force to be reckoned with.
ひゆたさん、目が。
Sorry. I averted my gaze once more, but out of the corner of my eye, I could see she was broadly grinning.
小説で出てくるのですが。
Hmm?
男の人ってきっとそういうものなのでしょうね。
Yeah. I couldn't deny it, but that wasn't it. But it's not only that. It's because it's you. I'm gonna go swim. After I ran my mouth off, I thought my head might explode, so I ran off to the water. After about 10 minutes, it seemed like my head had finally cooled down. Both of them. Hey.
なんだか面白い挨拶です。
Yeah. Yorihime sat properly on her knees on the beach blanket, looking up at me with kind yet humorous eyes. Making eye contact with her once again made my face tingle from the heat.
私もそろそろ泳ぐことにしますね。
Yeah, let's go. We walked shoulder to shoulder on to the shore. Now that we were out from under the umbrella, her creamy thighs shone under the sunlight. Just wow. My heart was thundering. I would be found out instantly if I kept looking, so I restrained myself. She gasped and raised her hands protectively in the air. What's wrong?
いえ。
Okay, it's either her shawl or her shawl. It's probably her shawl. Her face contorted in slight discomfort.
水は結構冷たいんですね。
Oh, right, I guess that too. Yeah, you should get used to it first.
はい。
Yorihime cupped her hands and splashed some water around her waist and legs. Here. Splash.
冷たいです。お返しです。
Cold. It was such innocent fun. It wasn't like I ever hated the ocean, but I never knew how fun it could be with a girl I liked.
水がきれいなんですね。
Yeah, it's busy here, but the water is nice and clear. But more so than the water, the white, sexy thighs going in and out of it were catching my eyes. Were catching my eye. I remember thinking that she would look amazing without any clothes the other day. And it's just as I imagined, unsurprisingly. Okay, let's get used to it enough. We're used to it enough. Let's dive in. She sounded apprehensive, and I turned back to see worry etched on her face because of what happened last time. Are you scared?
いえ、怖いわけでは。
She was overly excited just a moment ago, so I couldn't figure out the sudden change.
ゆうたさん。ちょっとだけあっちを向いてくれませんか？
Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Away? Like this? I turned my back to her.
はい。ちょっとそのままで。水をかけていたらまたすれてしまったわ。
Okay, I mean, yeah, I figured that part out after you said to turn him. You told him to turn around, but like, you know what? Let's not think about it. She seemed to be muttering something, but I couldn't make it out.
もう大丈夫です。
Okay, what's okay?
さあ行きましょう。
Because like it probably wasn't her bra, so it would be her underwear. Yeah. She had only just learned to swim in class, so she was still too nervous to go in over her head. We found a spot that was nice, that was a nice even depth. We spent about 30 minutes dog paddling and playing. Both of you? Some sort of thin cloth floated toward me. Oh. What's this? I picked it up and opened it opened it up with both hands. This looks like... Wait, is it a bikini top? Oh my god. I mean, I knew it was loose before, but by the fact that it was loosened before, I don't know how to say it, yeah, but like, again, in such calm waters. Is this a Sprite time? You acquired a key item, bikini top. What the heck was I talking about? What the heck is... Why was there a bikini top just floating in the water like this? I was suddenly concerned by this strange event. Perhaps there was someone more risque beach... There was some more risque beach shacks here. Huh? I gasped in surprise. I think I had seen this top before. There was only one top you should have been paying attention to, Yuta. Yorihime? We had been swimming around side by side up until now, but she was a few feet away at the moment. Here. Thinking about it afterwards, I shouldn't have thrusted it up out of the water, but maybe calmly brought it to her as discreetly as possible. Sadly, I made a big deal out of it. Uh-oh. She was immediately flushed from the neck upward. I could tell even from a distance. I swam in a hurry to get it to her as soon as possible, but it didn't make it in time. What? A sudden gale blew up. The weather had been so calm a moment ago. The ripples in the water sprayed sharply into my eyes. This is impossible. Oh, right. Yorihime, get a hold of yourself. I shouted with all my might, but the howling gale drowned me out. You gotta get blown up again. What the hell? A tornado? But there's no clouds. I see a lot of clouds, actually. Oh, damn. I did say it in his voice, but shut up. It's not like I have a distinct Yuta voice. It's just my voice. It's just, you know, there's a reason my fucking Ando voice is so monotone, because it's not my voice. Quote unquote. I turned back to look at the shore, and saw panic unfolding. Let's grab. The people swimming also returned to the sand and hightailed it out of there. The winds grew stronger by the second, but I couldn't escape by myself. I had to give this to Yorihime. The waves rose in the torrential winds, and I swam for my life. But then it all stopped. Huh? Yorihime hadn't noticed, but I looked at her and immediately knew something was very wrong. Your shawl? God damn it, Yorihime. Your shawl's gone. I spun around in the water and saw it dancing in the wind, it growing smaller and smaller. There is no excuse for this one. This was entirely your fault. Fuck. I was not expecting them to show it again. But I could still get it. I'm fine. I'll just... Fuck, what's the rule again? Swim parallel to it? I ignored her attempt to stop me and swam out to sea. A burst of idiotic adrenaline seemed to flow through me, making my body light as a feather. You're still holding on to the bikini top though. Alright, I can get it. I can get to it. Got it! I grabbed the shawl with my right hand while I was floating just above the surface. Okay, now to... Huh? I wasn't swimming anymore, but my body was drifting, and fast. Yeah, that's what happens when you get into when you're in a riptide. I was swimming with wild abandon, so I didn't notice. But the water was dragging me out to sea with intense force. What? I panicked and started swimming back where I had come from. Okay, that's the worst thing you could have done. But I couldn't get anywhere. I was kicking and struggling like my life depended on it, but I couldn't move an inch. It was like the beginning of a nightmare. No way. I was getting further from land with each passing second. My body froze in horror. This is... Oh shit. I could hear Yurihime's cries of terror, but it seemed so far away. Okay, hang on, let me examine it. There is a naked sprite, but we can't see anything because, obviously, her chest would be under the water. But, as you can see, there's nothing there. So, she is naked. Yuta grew smaller and smaller until he became just a blip on the water. Her love was being swallowed by the sea, while all she could do was stand in horrified prayer. And the problem is she can't swim either, so even if she can't swim, so even if she tried, she wouldn't be able to get her shawl back and then use the wind powers to bring him back. The futility of it all threatened to tear her heart asunder.
あの羽衣がなければ自分には何もできない。
Surely there's a lifeguard, right?
どうすることも。
But, you know, maybe he also ran away because of the tornado that you caused.
ゆうたさん。
Her knees buckled, and she too was on the verge of collapsing into the water below. Then, a black shadow darted by her at a blinding speed, and Yorihime quickly turned to follow it with her eyes.
今のルルちゃん。
Calm down. Calm down. Just count to 10. God, like hell that'll help. The more I struggled, the more energy I lost. Yeah, that's why you don't panic when you're in a fucking riptide, or else you'll fucking you'll fatigue yourself. I knew it deep down, but my body was flailing on its own. The beach seemed so far away now. These water depths were like an abyss. It felt like I was an insignificant speck on the grand infinite ocean. My legs were cold, dangling in the expansive ocean below. Glug glug. The salty water burned my throat and my nose. Am I gonna just die right here? I'm gonna die. Then the ocean undulated powerfully. I was sucked immediately downward as if the ocean was had swallowed me. I didn't know it I didn't know up from down anymore. Huh? Well, she got everything back at least. But why does the right cup of her bikini top look smaller than her left cup?
ゆうたさん。
Yorihime, maybe it's because we're only seeing the right side of her left bikini cup and not the left side, like we are seeing of her right bikini cup. It's a confusing sentence, but you get what I mean. I had no idea what was going on at first, but then realized the position I was in. Is this heaven?
変な冗談はやめてください。
I mean, you're a goddess, so like, it makes sense. Sorry. He was really flustered, so I hurried to apologize. It was an inappropriate joke in retrospect. It's crazy how the highest stakes we've ever seen in this fucking visual novel happened because of Yorihime. In her route. Good job. I'm alive. Yorihime sighed deeply and smiled at me.
ルルちゃんが助けてくれたんです。たまたま通りかかったとかで。
Yeah, she's probably gathering ingredients. Luna. Wow. Just another reason why she's at the top. God damn it. Once I had relaxed a bit, I looked up to see she had both her top and shawl. Good.
よくありません。
Huh?
ゆうたさん。あなたはバカです。
You're still blaming him? Her words seemed to ignite a raging fire in the pit of my belly. But once I noticed the tears welling up from her in her eyes, my anger dissipated. I don't know, is it water or is it tears?
もしルルちゃんがいなかったら、あなたは本当に死んでいた。
And if you didn't panic, it never would have happened. I nodded meekly. She was definitely right about that.
聞こえたはずです。私の声。なのにゆうたさん、言ってしまって。
Yeah, but it was your shawl more important than life itself. See, at least he brings that part up.
あなたはもう本当に
An idiot. Every teardrops began to fall down onto me.
羽衣は確かに大切なものです。けど私にとってあなたは何よりも大切な人。
Yorihime got even more flustered than a moment ago, and jumped up to her feet. Ow, ow. My headrest was gone, and my head slammed into the sand. Yorihime. I scrambled to my feet, but she didn't turn back even once, as she gathered her things and left the beach. I didn't think she was mad, but just unable to endure the embarrassment she was feeling. Phew. I scanned the beach now that I had my bearings, and it was back to its lively state. The weather was still perfect, and everyone seemed fine. I then noticed an old lady standing in front of one of the beach restaurants. She looked like the owner. Oh, the sign fell down. Maybe because of the gale just now. What, a customer? No, that side. Did it fall from the wind just now? That it did. The old lady looked at the sign, propped up on the desk, and slumped her shoulders. I'm sorry. Huh? What for? Oh, no. She obviously wouldn't have thought the earlier gale was unnatural. But the old lady didn't take notice of my strange expression. It was never properly said anyway. My grandson usually comes in, does it every year. But apparently, he had other plans this summer. The old lady mumbled angrily about it. He was just saying, all I need is a hammer, nails, and a ladder. The little whippersnapper. Oh, and how about I fix it? Huh? Would you? Yeah, I'm something of a handyman, even though I've never held a hammer in my life. Oh, yeah, that'd be a great help. You're a good lad. Nah. You just sound weird. Is this good? Is it going to be all? Is it going to be all right? Perfect. Much obliged. I tried rocking it with my hand to check its strength, but it wasn't going anywhere. I folded up the stepladder, and my work here was done. As it must have been a big stepladder if you were able to get onto the roof. I was about to head out, but then I noticed the inside of the restaurant was empty. Even if the sign was down, people could still come. It was obvious a typical beach restaurant. No one would think otherwise. It was obviously a typical beach restaurant. I was staring, intrigued, and the old lady noticed me before long. The shop's called Hamaraya. Hamaraya. And we've been here the longest. I've been noticing the building's real old, not to mention. She motioned with her chin to the other shops. They have young girls working out here, working them out, helping them out. Customers gravitate there like moth of the flame. Ah, I see. My grandson's quite the looker himself. He's handsome? Oh, as handsome as a fried squid on a stick. I didn't know how to respond to an old lady joke. Now that I get a good look at you, you're a regular squid boy too. No, Squid Game. Was that supposed to be a compliment? I hope that didn't look like a squid. From Splatoon 2. Well, at any rate, It's getting harder for me to do this all alone. That grandson of mine, who's he like? Who's he like? Maybe his dad's wifey. The old lady started mumbling to herself. Hang on, a job? A job? Figuring this was fate at hand, I asked without hesitation. So, if your grandson doesn't come, are you planning on hiring someone? Yeah, well, I doubt anyone would come even if I put an ad out. The pay's so low. If it's just over summer break, it's okay. If it's just over summer break is okay, I'd like to apply. What? Really now? Her reaction was unexpectedly positive, so I hurried to add my condition. Oh, but there's two of us. Two of ya? Me and one other person working together. I don't mind. My grandson usually works with his girlfriend each year. But that girl seems to change every year. She looks like someone. Maybe he looks like someone. Maybe his dad's wifey. What kind of wife is that? Oh well, people's family dynamics aside. Okay, just to be sure, I'll go ask the other person if that's okay with it. If that's okay with it, would be thrilled to work. Yes, boys like you don't grow on trees these days. I'm happy as a clam. I didn't just do it out of the kindness of my heart, but I didn't need to explain that to her. I gave her a little more information about myself, then left Hamada for my house. Damn, that lady sounded weird. Fighting the crippling nervousness, I looked up at the slope behind my house. I had seen every day of my life. My destination was the fourth house up the slope. I mustered every bit of courage I had, and I slowly began my ascent. I called out to her from the entrance, and she replied. So, like, you ready to apologize? Hirahime sat almost directly in the middle of the tatami floor room. She sat flat, holding her knees against her chest, unlike her usual way of sitting on her knees. What's wrong? You seem upset. No, I don't really care about that. I know you only said those because you're worried. You were worried about Yuta, but I'm talking about the things you did before that caused him to swim into a riptide. You know. No, it's fine. No worries. I'm the one who should apologize, actually. I guess. I knelt down beside her and looked deep into her eyes. Because it took me this long to tell you how I feel. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I guess it's like, should you really apologize for swimming out to get her shawl? Because, like, you only did it out of the goodness of your heart. And because of how important you know, because you know the importance of her shawl, right? But I guess this is a thing you should apologize for. We were so busy with the donations and stuff. Well, that's just an excuse, really. My words trailed off, and I took the chance to inhale deeply and confess. You're also the most important person to me. I like you, Yorihime. I felt like time had come to a halt. We both blushed and we remained motionless, staring at one another. In my eyes, and in the whole world as far as I knew, there was only this girl and me.
そうそう。あたいに惚れたらやけどするぜとか。
I think that doesn't really work when you're already his fiancée. Is that like a diva or something? No weird line always made me burst out laughing.
昔の漫画でした。
Yorihime laughed bashfully too. What to say? I mean, I just want to know how you feel. I went for the gold and reached out to touch my shoulder. Her shoulder. Her face lit up with joy when I touched her, and of course, I didn't get burned. She nodded suddenly.
私もあなたをお慕いしています。
No, he didn't say the love word. I mean, you haven't either yet, but you know, you're gonna say it. You're implying it. Because no one says fucking I've fallen in like with you, okay? The slightly traditional way of saying it suited her all the more.
昔から初めて出会った時からずっと。
Yeah, but so did the other girls. She expressed enough happiness to make it seem like her fantasies were materializing before her eyes. My heart suddenly throbbed and I could almost hear the blood rushing through my veins and my balls. Wait, no. Yorihime jumped back all of a sudden and positioned herself on her knees on top of a pillow. She bowed so deeply that her forehead touched the floor.
ふつつかものではありますが、どうぞ末永く。
I guess that's a better way to say it. Yeah. I bowed my head clumsily. Once I looked back up at her, I broke into a smile. That's how you greeted me when I first came up here to visit you.
ええ。私、旦那様はいつでもこうしてお迎えするつもりですよ。
Did I even deserve something like that? Something like this? This billowing happiness was almost frightening.
そして、私の旦那様は。
Yeah, that's me. Damn, already husband and wife. I said it myself.
では、ゆうたさん。改めて、ちぎりを。
I forgot what the pact was for the goddess. A pact. How do we do it again? Thank you for asking. I also forgot.
目を閉じてください。
I did as she said, and felt her lips on my forehead. Right. Goddesses made pacts by kissing. Also, like, the one that makes the most sense. Because, like, you got, I'll tell you, if I tell you my true name, we've made a pact. If I give you Inari, we made a pact. If I bite you in the neck, actually that kind of makes sense for a vampire. I don't remember what Yorihime's is. I mean, fucking Julie's is. If I suck your dick, wait, no. And then, unexpectedly, I opened my eyes in surprise, but Yorihime had already returned to her previous position. Her face was much redder than a second ago. It was a fleeting moment, yet something grazed my lips. There was no one else in the room, so we gave one another a knowing look. That's a pact?
いえ、今のは。
Oh.
したかったから、しただけです。
So you're a liar. Well, I still don't know what the pact was. We giggled without saying a thing, our faces flushed with embarrassment. This was the first time I was giggling with a pure shameless joy. We did yet another loop from the house to the beach, but this time it wasn't to swim, of course. I see. So it was too small, is all.
ええ。試着した時はギリギリいけるかなとは思ったのですが。
I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that it'd be too small.
さっき家で着替えた時にやっぱりちょっと無理かもと思いまして。
Wait, let me read what they said again. We did yet another loop from the house to the beach. Why? So that was why she had a troubled look coming out of the house earlier.
それで海について体を動かしているうちにもやっぱり釣れるような感覚があって。
They were like, it just came completely off, even in calm waters. It all makes sense now. But hey, we're lucky it came off in the water. A silver lining in an unlucky situation. Are you sure?
本当です。
You still haven't apologized for the gust of wind that caused the riptide. Because she said that the gust of wind would have caused the riptide, and then he was in a riptide. So like, you know, logically speaking, he caused it. You're hearing sighed heavily and hotly.
あれがもし浜辺に立っている時だったらと思うと。
Yeah, there were so many people around. It's pretty easy to imagine it.
暴風どころじゃ済まなかったかも。
It really was the best outcome of a bad situation. No, the best outcome would have been no gust of wind. Oh, well. If there wasn't a gust of wind, they wouldn't be able to get a job. So that is the silver lining. Too bad you can't wear the swimsuit you picked out.
もったいないですが、合うサイズのを注文しておとなしく待つことにします。
Yeah.
そんなアクシデントを除けば、さっきはとても楽しかったんです。
Me too. I nodded and she did too.
ですから、もったいなくてもまたすぐに買わないと。それで水着が届いたらまた2人で泳ぎましょうね。
But it's going to be the exact same swimsuit, and it will not be slightly bigger. It'll just be the same looking swimsuit, I guarantee you. Like same size too. Yeah, let's do it.
よかった。特に騒ぎにはならなかったみたいですね。
Oh, you're still worried about the wind. Yeah, it's returned to normal.
助かりました。もし皆さん帰ってしまっていたらどうしようかと思っていたので。
But like, I don't know why you had to go back to the beach. It's not like Yuta couldn't have told her about everything. In her typical fashion, she was so concerned with the happiness of others. The only physical damage that occurred was the sign at Hamadaya fell, and I already fixed it and got a job out of it. In the end, nothing bad happened. Oh, and there's the shop. I pointed at Hamadaya, whatever. It was as empty on school Sundays. It was empty as school on Sunday again. Hamada, I bought the other person I was talking about. Ah, Yuta. Once Hamada looked at Yorihime, she stood transfixed, as if ensnared by some divine force. Yeah, that makes sense.
はじめまして。私、宮子より姫と申します。
He just murmured in awe, seemingly not listening. What a magnificent girl! I went old man voice. How can you tell the difference? One sounds more perverted than the other. You may be an angel. You may be an angel incarnate. Incarnate.
観音ではなく女神です。
Hang on. What?
いいえ。
Right. You're like a goddess or an angel. You seem like one of those two. You seem like one of those two. Hamada then repeated her sentence, repeated her surprise and awe numerous times. Yorihime. Yori. Are you Yuta's girlie? That's right. Like, 10 minutes ago, in fact. Yorihime gave me a sidelong glance and smiled after hearing my proclamation. Seeing her joyful face out of the corner of my eye sent a shiver down my back. Okay then. And here I was thinking about introducing her to my grandson, so that she can dump him the next year. Sorry, no can do. Hamada nodded in understanding. So, Yori, gonna work here too?
はい。私でよければ。
Yeah, sure. The more the merrier. I'm sure your beauty is skin deep as well. The looks didn't usually indicate that. But in Yorihime's case, she had both. So do the other girls. What? It's not exclusive to her just because she's meant to be the prettiest, quote unquote. She was the embodiment of beauty, brains, and manners. So you mentioned your summer break before. When's that start? From the 13th? Oh, summer break hasn't started yet. That makes sense. I don't know why I thought it already started. I mean, this is another fumble. That also probably is in the previous episode or a different episode. Yeah, I don't. Well, shit. If afternoon is okay, we'd like to start on that day. Yeah, let's have you get to it then. Oh, and the burning question. I'm gonna rub their fingers together to indicate money. It's gonna be minimum wage. Is that okay? That's fine. We need 35,000 yen each. And even at a measly 500 yen an hour, that was 70 hours each. And the restaurant is open every day, right? You got it. Which meant we could get the money we needed this month. You up to it? Yes, we can work, no problem. But you won't have much time for your summer break. That was true, yeah, but just this year, I could give it up.
尊い労働ですからね。責任はきっちり果たしたいと思います。
They're gonna be together either way, so like... Wow, that's the spirit, Yori. I'm like closing half of my mouth to speak old woman voice. Yamada made it sound like she had known Yorihime a lot longer than just 2 minutes. Yorihime had that special ability to be familiar and immediately build rapport with people. Yuta, never let this lassie go, you hear? Not like my deadbeat grandson who always gets dumped by another girl each year. Yes. My grandson. Maybe he's like that. Maybe he's like that, wifey.
嫁?
Never mind. And let's get to work on the 13th. Yes.
こちらこそよろしくお願いいたします。
Oh, but hey, close up shop before the sun goes down, so you'll have some time to swim. That was a relief. Yorihime was going to buy a new swimsuit, so it'd be a shame if she had no chance to use it. it would be crazy if they actually have a different swimsuit the next time around. After finalizing things with Hamada, we went over to the same boutique. It was turning out to be a busy day. Hirohime already knew which one to order, so she was out in a second.
やっぱりとお店の人に言われてしまいました。
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
入らないかもしれませんよと前回念を押されていたので。
That fucking bitch! The only one who gets to stare at Yorihime's tits is me! Oh. What might not fit? What might not fit? Well, obviously, I knew the answer to that. She's just too big, huh?
ゆうたさん、目が。
Look, it's more acceptable now. You're already dating him. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought she would have her usual honeyed eye expression, but she actually didn't seem peeved at all.
変ですね。
ん？
そんな風に見られると、なんだか妙に嬉しいような。
Yurihime seemed surprised with her own feelings.
別に以前が嫌だったというわけでもないのですが。
Oh, well, I'm relieved to hear that.
これはきっと愛する男性に求められるという女としての喜びなのかもしれません。
Do not... No, don't say it like that. Just because you read fucking romance novel, you also read smut.
私ったら変なことを。
Yeah, he definitely desires you. And that's not sarcasm. There's nothing strange about it. I mumbled softly and a bit shyly. We both blushed bright red, struggling to hold eye contact, which we eventually broke. If anyone saw us, it would have looked weird. Look, as long as you two don't fucking start making out in the Clock Tower Park every fucking day. But other people's opinions were moot. I wanted to savor this warm and fluttering sensation in my chest a little longer. Oh, yeah. How about we go to a theme park? Go to the theme park.
遊園地?
Once summer break starts, it'll be packed. Plus, tomorrow we're going to Kanabe Ward. Which means today's our only real chance. I checked the time as I trailed off. It's a little late to be heading there, but I think we can still enjoy it.
ではそうしましょう。
She nodded and shot me a slightly mischievous smile.
遊園地というのがどういう場所かは知りませんけれど。
We immediately headed to the station. And once we were at Araragi Station, we'll catch a bus. It's not far though. Not Shrine. I didn't, like I fumbled last time. So it was possible to head on a whim like now. I had never thought to visit before, even knowing there was a theme park nearby. It was a lot like the beach in that sense. But with a girlfriend, it was such a blast.
行ってみてのお楽しみではありますけれど、ちょっと教えてくれませんか？どんな場所か。
But with a girlfriend, it was such a blast. You why are you saying it? Wait, no, he's referring to the beach. I don't know why I thought he was referring to the theme park that he hadn't gone to. Sure. I told her all about theme parks. And one of its main attractions is the castle.
お城?
That's in Disney World. Yeah, Cinderella's castle. Cinderella's castle. Of course. It's more of a European style one. Cinderella. There's nothing soon about her original princess, the original princess character. We were near our, we were nearly at Araragi Station.
あれですか?
Huh? She pointed out the window.
ツンデレラ城って
There was a large building built in the likeness of a castle, a bit far off Araragi Station. At first glance, I thought it may have been Cinderella's castle, but it was just a love hotel. I mean, in My Klutzy Cupid, the love hotel was looked like a castle from the outside. No, I don't know. I don't think it is.
ユウタさん急に顔が赤いですけど
No, I was just holding back a sneeze with that line. It's hot. Yeah, inside the train.
さあ行きましょうツンデレラ城
No, like I said, that's not it. We have to ride a bus to the theme park.
そうでした
She chuckled bashfully.
私ったらついウキウキしてしまって
I mean, you could always go to Cinderella's castle, you know. Like she just realized something. Yorihime looked down at her hands. She had been squeezing my hand as if to pull me along to the castle. I spun my hand around and clasped it over hers. Okay, let's go to the castle or the. Never mind. I was stuttering. Me too. She was stuttering as well. We walked to the bus stop. Oh, never mind. I felt my hand starting to sweat on the way, and my steps were sluggish and uncoordinated, as if I were a low-spec robot. Getting this worked up over just holding hands. What am I? An elementary schooler? An elementary school kid? But it's not like it's not like that's a bad thing, right? No, this feeling wasn't at all bad. This beautiful girl blushing from just holding my hand was actually incredibly enticing. Yorihime. She's just so beautiful. Her creamy white cheeks were the perfect shade of crimson, enhancing her appeal exponentially. Ouch. Man, he fucking smacked his head into something. I was so fixated on her that I walked right into the bus stop sign. Man, this guy. If I let go of her hand, when would my next chance be? Wait, what? When would be my next chance? I was a little paranoid, being so new to this, that I held onto her hand the entire bus ride. He probably looked like a pair of lovebirds, because you are. This lovey-dovey couple then arrived at Dreamland theme park, still hand in hand. Yorihime gasped in awe as we got to the park's main square.
あれがツンデレラ城なんですね
Sure. Yep. Oh, this is meant to be fucking Disney World. The real thing was quite magnificent.
けど駅の近くにあったお城はあれは一体何だったのでしょう
Who knows? I sure don't.
ゆうたさん、また急に顔が赤いですが。
This time I wasn't holding back a sneeze. I was... Never mind.
変なゆうたさん。
I'm guessing that love hotels don't exist in her romance novels. She smiled without another care in the world. It seemed making me love her all the more. It seemed making me love her all the more. But in my romance novels, visual novels, erogaze, romance erogaze, romance visual novels, yeah, there's love hotels. We didn't have much time to spend here, so we focused on rides with the shortest lines. Obviously, we could only board slower or more exciting, more relaxed rides, but that seemed better for Yorihime anyway. What she really took a liking to was the merry-go-round. Of course she would. Oh my god. I knew it. Hey. How many times had she ridden it at this point? Of course, I got on with her for the first few times, but after a while, just watched her from the sidelines. This is adorable. Hey again. She looked over and waved elegantly with each rotation, like she was in a glamorous parade. This was but one of many activities which annoying couples were known for. Yeah, but you usually ride together. What?
目が回ってしまいました。
That's because you were spinning in place.
なんだか楽しくて、ついあともう一回と続けてしまいました。
Are you okay? Want to take a break?
いえ、気分が悪いとかはありませんから。
The sun was starting to set, so making our way home before dark was a good idea. I thinking as much, I pointed to the Ferris wheel. For our last ride, let's go on that. We held hands again. I'd been paranoid about when to hold hands before, but it was coming so naturally now.
景色がいいんですね、この乗り物は。
Yeah. I nodded in agreement, while barely paying any attention to the view. The small car we rode in was filled with her sweet scent, and even that was putting me in a pleasant daze. She finally noticed my gaze and then blushed and smiled.
そっちに行ってもいいですか？
Is this another CG? Yeah.
立っても大丈夫ですよね。
She stood up slowly and slipped right next to me on the bench.
ちょっと狭いかしら。
I guess not. No, it's fine. I'm fine, aren't you? Our bodies were smashed together. The seat was so small. Maybe it was all a ploy to bring couples closer together. Yeah, I guess. If that was the case, then I knew I could exploit it. I put my hand on her shoulder. Once I did, she naturally cuddled closer into me, and suddenly the seat seemed to be the perfect size. Or maybe it wasn't just a natural reaction. Maybe she was waiting for this ripe chance.
外からは賑やかな歓声がちょっと聞こえてきますけれど、私たちはこうして狭い空間に二人きりでいる。 それがなんだか少し不思議な感じです。
Yeah. When she was pressed right up against me, I could even feel her heartbeat. But maybe that was just the beating of my own heart. She just smells so good. My senses fired up whenever I was enveloped in her wonderful scent. Do you use perfume, Yorihime?
いえ、香水は使っていません。
Of course she doesn't. Oh, I see. Maybe her shampoo was emitting that strong scent. Or perhaps it was just that girl's naturally smelled good. I just can't handle it. I whispered to her, then moved in to seal the deal. I pressed my lips against hers. Yorihime tensed up for an instant, but then relaxed and accepted my embrace.
少し驚きました。もうユウタさんたらいきなりです。
She wasn't the least bit angry with me, but squinted with a slight grin. I just did it because I wanted to. It made it sound like I... Never mind. I then remembered that she had more or less said the same thing before. Faint roses colored her cheeks. She had clearly remembered as well. And then... my heart started racing. She was so cute, letting her desire be known by closing her eyes and puckering up her lips. As I basked in the blissful dream and savored her lips, the cart shook, shocking me back to reality. When we returned to Araragi Station, the sun had already set. I was hungry. Oh, right. All we ate at lunch was that bland yakisoba at the beach.
私もお腹が空きました。
Wanna go to Papatori Moon Rock again? Maybe get the dinner course?
いいですね。
It's a bit of a splurge, but it'll be a good commemoration.
記念？何の？
It was a little embarrassing to say that, to have it lay out and, have to lay it out for her, but she was giving me quite the puzzled look. I figured I'd just say it. Our first kiss.
そうですね。確かに一生に一度の大きな記念です。
I nodded.
その相手があなたでよかった。
I'm so glad you were my first. That you were my first. We spoke almost in unison, and then both laughed simultaneously. Ah ha ha ha. With that to top off our whimsical date, we ended it with our hearts fulfilled.